Hello, hello. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening. Good day. Welcome. Welcome to episode 5 of Digital Iliad, making an FTL-like game in Godot. I'm Dave. This starts out week 2 of the game dev journey here. Last week we were doing a lot of stuff. I'll probably do a quick review before we get started for this week. And then, oh man, thought I set the music to instrumental only, and then the voices keep popping up, disorienting me. Anyway, let's move on over to our project. So this is it so far. Last week we got mouse selection going, character selection, basic pathfinding. So we can just these people running around everywhere. There's still lots to do with this. This is a new radio station this week. I don't know if I'm super happy with it. You might change something a little chiller. I'm trying not to work on this over the weekend, but yeah, we're changing radio stations. Yeah, okay. That's what I get for trying something new. I also have tea this week. Let's see if that keeps my voice going a little longer. Anyway, I'm trying not to program over the weekend just so we have some sense of continuity. And I really didn't do much, but I did implement one thing which was important to me, which was to make it so that characters can kind of swap places. Like if I move a character into a space, like this computer, then maybe this character's on like a computer terminal or doing something and I want to bring someone else in. I just want to make it easy for them to swap. So I did that because that wasn't really working last Friday. It's pretty much working now. There is a scenario in which it doesn't work, which is if both characters are moving to a spot and one gets there before the other. So it worked here because this one reached its target first, but like, let's see if I can. Yeah, so here's a good example. Now they're both occupying the same pace because this character did not register they were in this square quickly enough. So we need to track that to some extent. Bunch of other stuff we want to do. Oh, sorry, one more thing I really want to do. So we might actually get to some art today. Because I really want is for when these characters are switching places to like high five as they go by. Which is a little weird because they're like overlapping. I think maybe I should use two characters with different colors so I could see what's going on a little bit better, but I think they're swapping. Like I think one is in the foreground and one is in the, let's see, let's highlight one. Yeah, so they're overlapping. So we also want to deal with that. We want something a little more consistent. But I also really want them to like high five as they go by. That would be funny to me. Let's see, what other stuff do we have to deal with here right now? we have to deal with... I'm questioning... Right now, we can move diagonally, so we can move up, we can move down, we can move, you know, we can move diagonally across as well. I'm questioning whether I actually want this behavior for a number of reasons. One of which is that animations take longer if you're traveling diagonally than if you're traveling between adjacent, like touching, you know, tiles with, you know, matching edges rather than just matching vertex. So I think I might end up restricting movement, not only just because the way I'm animating these characters is side to side doesn't like look super great when they're traveling forward to back, you know. It looks okay, but it's pretty bad. So I don't really want that. There's also some funky stuff with the tile maps. So like watch this person go through the door. They pass in front of the door. Do it again here. It's even worse here if I like am here and go diagonally across. I know I can restrict this kind of movement to an extent, and maybe I'm just not doing the... There's a number of things probably going wrong there, but I think I'm probably going to end up just restricting diagonal movement, since it solves a number of problems. But yeah, I kind of want to draw and animate like a high five animation. And then if we're only traveling adjacent tiles, the animation length will be consistent and I don't have to worry about that. Whereas if we're traveling diagonally, it takes longer. And so the animation cycles through more. So if I have a discrete animate, like for the run animation, it doesn't matter because it just loops. But for something like something that happens supposed to happen once discretely at a specific meeting point, like a high five, it doesn't really work. I also want to animate these doors so they open and close. We'll probably take them off the tile map, honestly. The doors will probably just be their own distinct entities for various reasons. What else has kind of caught my eye that's weird? The highlight is kind of fighting with the walls a little bit, which on the edge here doesn't really matter, but if I like try to highlight this, what's behind this door, it doesn't really work. So, there's just a lot of stuff. Just a lot of little things that I think we need to work on. Let's start with something simple here. Let's just start with changing the behavior. The diagonal move. Let's make it never. Diagonal move, never. Oh, never. I'll try that. I think that's going to look a little weird in some cases, like the zigzag. But I don't think that's actually a huge deal. Because like most hallways will probably be one tile wide. And so if someone's moving across a room and they're zigzagging, it'll probably be because there's stuff in the room. Like, obviously this doesn't look amazing, so you have to move up and then down. But I think in a way, that's almost more intuitive. Like, maybe I should just... I mean, I'm just using A-Star Grid 2D, so maybe not, but like the way I would deal with this, to an extent, would be to have... If all else being equal, the pathfinding would favor continuing in the same direction. And you just add a hint to the pathfinding that it should. Like if it has the option, if we just moved from this tile into this tile, and move the option of going into these two tiles, and the distance is the same, we should just favor moving into this tile, just to make it a straight line, so that we're not doing this zigzag deal here. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's that bad. And I think that's actually like kind of it's like a conceit that's actually like pretty well understood in games about the not moving adjacent. Yeah, because now if characters are diagonally opposed like this, then we can have like ranged combat. Whereas previously this would be considered melee range. Someone could just walk from here and skip these tiles and immediately move into this tile by moving diagonally, but now that's no longer the case. So you could actually have someone back here and you could screen them with people up front, and then using this substitution system where characters swap places if there's contention, you know. That's super easy to do. Yeah, then I don't have to worry about some of this up and down movement that looks weird. I still have some issues with doors, but I think those are a lot easier to solve. I think I could just set the texture origin to be this corner, this bottom right corner, and I think that would solve this texturing issue. So Saturday was like, in SF we have like a Godot game developer meetup in person at Noisebridge. It's pretty good. And so Saturday we were meeting up there and I was working on this. And that night I was trying so many different ways to implement this switch out. I was like, oh, so if you move into the next tile and someone's already there, they should try to move off. They should try to get out of the way. And so there was this whole, like, you gotta check all your neighbors, you gotta find a neighbor that's available. If none of the other neighbors are available, just move into the tile that the other character is coming from, the character that's displacing you. And then something kind of snapped in my head, and I was like, why don't we just do that every time? Just always move into the tile that the displacing character is coming from. Because that tile is like guaranteed to be open. And I remove all of these checks and loops and nonsense, and that's cool. And then I was like, hey, what if they high-five each other? And I think that's a little silly, but I think that's kind of the vibe. And I think that is going to happen so often, and it is going to so reinforce this kind of somewhat lighthearted vibe. I think it'll be good. And because these characters don't have a lot of character, because they're just little, they have no faces, they're such tiny characters, I think that's going to go a long way to giving them personality. So I think that'll be good. Anyway, let's see. So let's mess with that tile, that texture origin for the door tile map. Let's try to fix that. It's not the Atlas chords. Where is it? Texture origin. Here we go. Oh, that actually might be a problem when we were doing this. I sort origin 0. Where's the Y sort origin a single number? 2, 3. I'm curious about that now. I would expect it to be a vector 2. But it's just a single number. Interesting. We'll have to look more into that later. Let's not worry about that now, I guess. I like this station. This is the chill station. This is good. Thumbs up. Like a thumbs up system here. Like that at the risk of hearing it too often. Oh yeah, I wanted to time some of these animations now that our animation times are consistent. How do I get time? In Godot here. How do I get a nice representation of time? Time. The time singleton. Oh good, all dates follow the proleptic Gregorian calendar, thank gods. Wish we can get ticks. Microseconds. That's like... because it doesn't really matter. Milliseconds. Probably just use milliseconds. I just want to know... so... I'm just going to print the time. Every time we say that we've arrived... oh, not here. Every time that we say that we've arrived at the next tile, which is here, and here. Okay, so anytime we say that we've arrived at the next tile, let me just see what time it is. Oh, weird. Hey, Wenda Platus. You're at work and on mobile. The Twitch app doesn't play my stream. Other ones work fine. That's concerning. Let me bring up my stream on my desktop here. Oh, that's weird. Weird loop. I guess I could check it on my phone too. Oh, no sound on the app specifically? Huh, weird. I am sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, it seems to be working all on my end on the mobile app, but that's rough. And it doesn't work. I appreciate you tuning in though, even with less technical issues. On the off chance that you can't hear me, I guess I'll type this in, tips in the chat. Well, okay, what are we doing? Oh yeah, we're just timing how long these animation loops are. Oh, I already started working on it. Get time. We want to get time. Get ticks per millisecond. We want to do that again here, because that will help us with our little simple timer here. Actually, I guess we should set up a simple variable. Call it anim time. So if we're not moving, we can set anim time. Time. Print anim time for our sanity. Then every time we move, we'll print time.getSix minus anim time. Then we'll reset anim time. We're just trying to see how long it takes our, or how long it takes us to move from one tile to another. See if that roughly corresponds. I feel like it's about 2 times. I feel like the animation loops about twice every time we do this. But I want to know, because this is going to matter if we start trying to do some precise animations. Point 666 seconds. See if that's consistent if we keep moving. 1.16668, 16669, 16667. Okay. So about 1 2/3 seconds. It's not super great. I want to know what the time is if we're only moving one tile. So I guess I want to add this to when we reach our target. That didn't work, right? Oh, I copy and pasted the wrong thing. Okay, so 1 2/3 seconds about for when we're just moving from one tile, and if we're moving multiple tiles, it's still about 1. I mean, that makes sense. We don't have acceleration. The problem, though, is that our animation, I think, is more like 1 second, maybe 2 seconds. No, it's probably 1 second. Let's go check. So crew member, animation player. Let's check our run animation. Let's zoom in. Here we go. Yeah, okay. So we need to change that, I think. We either need to make the animation longer. Probably make it shorter. It's probably what we could do. I'm concerned just because we're trying to come up with a discrete animation here for high five as two characters are passing by, which I guess doesn't really matter how long the animation is, because we'll just do the high five at the start and then it will just run out. So I guess this doesn't really matter right now, but I think it is something we'll want to think about. I think I'm pretty happy with the movement speed of the characters though, so I don't think I want to change that. Like, this feels like a good movement speed for like a light run here. Like, it kind of takes a while, but we need to speed it up a lot to get it down to like a consistent 1 second. I mean, if we get it to 1.5 seconds, that'd be okay. I don't know. I don't want to mess with all these fractions, really. Kind of want to just do my thing here. Let's not treat it like a problem if it's not yet a problem. That's the right attitude, I think. Okay, so the other programming thing we want to deal with is we need to account for when two characters are contending for the same tile, but one of them is not there. Yeah, so this happens. I mean, that wasn't a good example, so I did a bad job. This also won't work. Yeah, so they'll swap here because this one reached its objective first. But let's say they're both trying to get here. They're just gonna stay there, yeah. And now they're overlapping because they're not adequately tracking who is in the space. That's a bit of an issue. Because we are tracking occupied tiles, but we're only doing it at a few different places. We are doing it at the start. We are removing characters from this occupied tile tracker when they start moving. And we are placing them there, or we're, having them officially occupy the tile once they reach their target. We need some kind of tile contention system. Because the window where this is a problem is actually really narrow. Because we are checking every time we reach a new tile. And so this is only a problem when the distance between them is less than one tile. So if one person is going to arrive there, and then the next person is going to arrive there, like, imminently. Because if the distance is more than a tile, like if... Oh. Let's move this person down a little bit. I'm a Tile Reaper. Thank you for the follow. I have seen you in the Bad Collective Discord. I have not gotten a chance to watch one of your streams yet, but I am hoping to soon. Appreciate it. Yeah, see, if there's greater distance here, it's really not a problem. The real problem is just when they're closely following each other. Yeah, like this. This is going to be a problem. They're just going to stack. But that's not the behavior we need. We need as soon as Yeah, I don't know. I guess we can have some kind of contention that you file when you're one tile away. And then when someone arrives at a tile, they'll check to see if their tile is under contention. And if it is, they will move out of it. That seems fine. It seems like it'll work. In which case we're doing that here. On arrived at next tile is really doing a lot of work. Alright, so we'll call this like disputed tiles, I guess. Maybe we want to call it something else. Reserved tiles. The issue I have, though, is if the key is the coordinate, we're going to have multiple, and specifically when this is a problem, we're going to have multiple characters trying to access this. I guess we could resolve that by saying, you know, if I want to contend for this tile, and the other character is closer to it than I am, then we replace them. Yeah, that might work. Contended tiles. We can call it disputed. Reserved. Reserved is not really the right word, because it's like we're not actually doing a first in, first out. It's actually more like a last in, first out, because whoever arrives last is the person that gets the tile. So that's interesting. It's like 90% of programming, right? Just naming variables. I'll call it disputed. Because they are disputed. That's what this is for. I mean, I guess we could technically use occupied tiles for the same. We could just use occupied tiles instead. And then we would just need to assign people occupied tiles. Yeah, we just actually have it to be part of this logic. It's not part of this statement, though. It's not if crew... Oh, maybe it is, because that's when we care about this. We care about this. So it's just an else. So if there is a next tile... So if there isn't, we'll just add. We'll add ourselves to the occupied tiles list. Yeah, we don't need a separate dictionary for this. Okay, good. So first thing, the simplest case, is if next tile isn't, we just add ourselves yeah, we're already doing this. We've only been doing this when we're under contention. So we need to also do it when we're not under contention. And then here, yeah, whoever is already here. Yeah, is that it? And was this a one-line fix? Kind of amazing. The only issue is they will overlap for a very brief period of time this way, but I think there's no real avoiding that. The way we have movement set up, because the way we have movement set up, we want characters to always finish their current move. They need to at least get to the center of a tile before they can move off to another tile. I'm starting to slouch. Let's fix that. Alright, let's try this. Let's see if this works. Solves the problem. I think it worked. It did work. Wow, that was easy. So now no matter what, we will never have characters occupying the same tile. As long as certain constraints stay true? No, I guess we just never will. Even if I was selecting and moving multiple characters at the same time, they'd sort it out as soon as they each got within the closest tile. I love it. Love that. Here's the real question, though. Does that mess up our... We might need to skip the high five in that case. Like, because it's trivial when we're in this case. You can just swap them. In this case, everything is timed up really and synced really nicely. I mean, it's still kind of an issue that they just walk through each other, but I don't think it's that much of an issue. That's got to be how characters move through each other in FTL. I don't think they're doing any fancy locomoting around each other. It just maybe doesn't look as weird because they don't have this passing point, maybe, where the one pops in front of the other. Yeah. We'll see. It's acceptable for now, and honestly, it might be acceptable forever. If this is like, well, maybe this isn't the scale, but like, maybe if like this is the scale that we're gonna see these characters at, like small. If this is their size, maybe it's not a problem. Yeah, maybe that hardly even registers that they're just passing through each other at this scale. Turn off these prints. Why does the animation look relatively smooth when we're doing this? Is it because... So at one... No, it shouldn't. At 1.667, we should be interrupting the second run of the animation around here. So maybe I just shorten it to be around 8 something. Oh, maybe not. No, no, yeah, that is a problem. Yeah, so, because it goes through once, and it comes through again, and it stops around here. So if we just, what do we need to remove for that? 3 of these blocks? And the blocks are 1/5 of a second. So we could just trim the idle time. Two. I mean, let's try it, I guess. Oh, we can't go by 1/5 of a second. Not fifths, 20ths, I guess. I'm hesitant to mess with this now, but because if we compress the animation, it's gonna look like this. Okay, so we're only at 1.5. Yeah, we haven't really solved our problem that way. Oops, I'll put everything back. Let's not worry about that right now. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so we're pretty happy with our movement right now. Happy with everyone moving around. We're happy with tile contentions. They'll just substitute each other. They'll just swap places every time that happens, regardless. So is this going to be like a too close to call one? Yeah, so they're closely following each other. As soon as this one gets to the middle, it's going to move off. Yeah, in this case, we probably don't want to try to do a precision animation like a high five, but in this case, we certainly can. I would like to try to draw that at some point. But, you know, feeling a little rusty. So, what do we maybe do first? I'd like to warm up with something a little easier first. Let's take our door static. What size is this? Like, what's the canvas size here? 64x32. 16x32 is... Let's animate our door first. Let's start with something easy. Because animating a running high five is going to kind of be a struggle. I might want to like keyframe that first. We'll start with a closed door. So that's usually probably how it's going to start. All this door dynamic. Layer, a new frame, from this frame. All right, let's start peeling this. Let's start peeling this apart. So it's obvious that it'll just go across each time. When does it go down? Or up, you know? When does it? I guess it's every 4. And we would consider this maybe halfway. So maybe we go 1, 2, and then dip it as it goes down here. That seems reasonable. argument made to do it a frame earlier, but we'll see. Oh well. Let's just take all of this. Move it down a little bit. I have done so little animating, so apologies if this is like the worst way to do it. I actually need to move this part back over. Oops. Redo that black line here. We probably want to do this side at the same time. Alright, so this frame we're just moving over by 1. Just like this. Okay, that's frame 1. The animation, so... Yeah, that's... Oops. I see a problem. There. Moved the door frame with the door there, real accident. Then I think next frame we're going to move 1 over and 1 down. Is I think what we're going to do. Streaming is getting me to like sit with a better posture, but oh, I'm not used to it. All right, frame 2, let's do that, or frame 3, I guess technically. Let's go. I'm gonna move all of this over and down. One, down 1. Now here's a question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I do with this top part? I guess we'll just fill it in. Move this over first. Stretch that up. I don't know if that's right, but should be okay. I didn't move this part over, did I? Again, did I? No, I didn't, so I just gotta fix the door frame. Let's try to be even smarter this time. So this one, let's grab this stuff. Leave a space here on the edge, because we gotta go over by 1, and up by 1. So now all we gotta fill in is this. Okay, we're getting there. Real question, the thing that's going to bother me is where am I going to get a good door, like, sound? Like a good Star Trek door sound. That's going to be the real problem. That's a lot. I guess that's how it goes. I don't really want to do alternating frames. I think that would look weird. I think I want each door to open on both sides every frame. Okay, so we moved one over and then up, and then what? We're going to do another 4 over and then up again. Let me look at this. Where do we end up? Okay, so we're supposed to end up here. Doors always assume that the light source is like in the foreground. I don't know if that's gonna always be true, but let's start like this. Now I have to think about how I want to deal with this. Oh, interesting. So this got rid of this part. Maybe having the stuff on the side is wrong. Maybe that needs to move off immediately. But that's like part of the door. I mean, honestly, the way I've lit this doesn't make a ton of sense, no matter how you look at it. Let's get rid of it for now. Then at least it looks like it's moving off. That might help. Yeah, let's just go with that. This Harris Heller character is showing up on these radios a lot. I think I like them. Okay, well here's the malfunctioning door animation, I guess. The door with a chance to cause like grievous injury to anyone who tries to pass through it. That's funny, actually. One of these frames is wrong. I can see something here that shouldn't be here. Oh no, no, it's right. It's just disorienting. Oh, what did I do? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Guess this gray tile looks weird, but it's correct. Oh, yeah, the gray tile is correct. It's this that's incorrect. Okay, that's not supposed to be there. Nor is it supposed to be there. That should look better now. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Alright, let's keep going. We're almost there. One should, so here is one over. One. There's one up for every 4 over. That's 1 over, 2 over, 3 over, 4 over. Okay, so the next one will be up. Okay, after this one. Still gonna move this over. Oops, not like that. Like this. This is gonna be up and yeah, like that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, up. That's about, that should be right. Oh. Up and over. Is this the last one? I think it might be. I don't know how I'm gonna grab this without messing it up. I guess there's no way to do it. Oh, I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I've been letting the door frame just get super wide. That's very wrong. So here, here. So these 4 should get out of here. Similarly, these 4 should get out of here. Come on, buddy. There you go. Likewise, these 6. These 6. No, it's actually 8. What's that? Get all of these out of here. That over. I guess I could grab the corner here too. That's it. That should be it. That should be the animation. That's okay. Get it a little smaller.
You are now rocking with digital sis.
Yeah, I think that's fine. We don't really have a way of animating these in space, but it'll be fun to add though. What we also really need is like, we need something that signifies whether the door is locked or not. I was thinking we could do like a light. Maybe we do like a red light and a green light. Something like that. Or my colors. My preset here. We don't really... The real bummer... I really like this color set, but it doesn't have like a red per se. Which makes me think maybe I actually want to use like something like this. I don't want to make my own color ramp. Please don't ask me to make my own color ramp. But these are also not really the kind of reds that I would want anyway. So I don't think that actually solves our problem. Let's go back here. I mean, this is a fine red. It's a little ruddy, but for off, it's okay. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do this, but I do need to find a way of signifying that the door is closed, or not closed, but unopenable. I don't really know how I would do that at the moment. Could just work with like this yellow and have some kind of warning system up here. I'm not sure. And I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Export this here as like a PNG. Oh, that's why it's not showing up. We don't want to export as that. We want to export as sprite sheet. Don't think we need any of these. Let's go check, make sure that's all good. That came through okay. Or dynamic. Yeah, that's fine. It's totally fine. My crew member. So there's space with the crew member. I might need some padding on the door. Might want a selectable version of the door, like a door that gets a selection outline. And if we do that with shaders, I think we are going to want some padding, just so we don't get any kind of weird outline bleed. But let's not think about that right now, because that's not where we're at. Alright, let's rethink our doors. Let's rethink our doors. Instead of being tile map objects, let's think of them as being their own deal. I guess we can leave the ones on the side here, but let's rethink these two. Instead, we are going to make a new scene. What's the new? Oh, that's the add child node button. We want new scene. And we want here's legend shape. Rectangle. Maybe a polygon. Or is that a segment shape? I guess it's a segment shape. We'll look at that in a second. It'll be easier to see once I can see the thing on the board here. Sprite 2D. Multiple textures as frames to play for an animation. So I've been doing a Sprite 2D with an animation player. I think that's fine. I could also do an animated Sprite 2D. My understanding is an animated Sprite 2D is for when you have multiple separate textures that you want to get together. But maybe that's not the right way to think about it. Maybe that's exactly how it is, so I don't know. So there is 8 beach frames. So would it just be better to have segment shape? I don't exactly remember how to draw these. Is it not a segment shape? Okay, here we are. It's like not the right way to think of this. Don't think so. No, it's not. Convex polygon shape. Probably what I want. Want 4 points. First one would be what, like 8 negative. Let's put this in front so I can see it for a second. I wonder if there's a way to just draw these. I know there is for tile maps. 8, and then we want negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, negative 11. Negative 10. We could probably just get away with, honestly, we could get away with a rectangle, but Let's see if we can do this the right way. And so that's going to be 8. And I don't remember how far down. Nope, that's not far enough. Maybe 14, maybe 13. -8. 12. Nope, 12 is too far. Oh, of course it's... There's symmetry here. -8. -14. That's what we want, right? Is that like too precise? I think it's good. I don't think that'll be a huge deal. Simple shape. Let's put it back here. What's the problem though? Object. Oh, yeah, we want this to be... Like it could be a static body 2D. Polygon-based shapes are not meant to be used nor edited directly through the collision shape 2D object. Collision polygon 2D node instead. Polygon-based shapes are not meant to be used nor edited directly through the collision shape 2D node. Okay, then why was I able to do that so easily just now? So I'm going to turn you into an area 2D, I guess. Change type. Fine. Let's change you then. Collision. Polygon 2D. Solids. Okay. Oh lord. Okay, so this is what I'm familiar with. I'm just not very good at it. So why aren't you just applying these? Oh, you are. Okay. Okay, well that was fine. That was easy. Wait, what do you... Oh, oh my god, I'm redoing everything. Don't redo everything. Oh, everything's terrible. Okay, so... Change type. Collision polygon. Okay, so you just didn't save my information here. So do 8, -8, and then -10. 8, 14. -8. -10. Oh, not -10, +10. 10. -8. -14. Is that it? Are you happy now? Oh, stop painting segments, please. No complaints anymore? Okay, same deal. Kind of weird that it lets me make the polygon shape and the collision shape and then complains about it. But whatever. We should rename this. Polygon 2D. Okay, that's what we want, right? Let's put that back there so I don't have to see it. That's what we want. Now we just need an animation player. Now we need to make some animations. What is the output thing complaining about? Let's see. make a new animation. Open. Right 2D. H frames. H frame. Yeah. So the animation will take what, a second? Is a second too long? Because if someone starts entering your space, or if someone, so someone is going to take 1.6666666666 seconds approximately to move through you. So 1 second on a door opening animation might be kind of slow. But let's start there now, and we'll deal with that if we have to. So you're there. You're there. I want a malfunctioning. Oh, I jumped straight to 3. That's wrong. This is cool. We're having fun. Doing a little bit at a time here. 7? Oh, so is this too short for such an animation length as this? Can I manually make it? Oh, okay, so I can only physically place them every 1/10 of a second, but I could be a little more precise there. 6, 7. Oh, what did I do, by the way? I just kind of messed this up somehow. 7. That's it. That's the whole animation. So it's a little short. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is wrong. I did something wrong. I've messed something up. Yeah, why? What did I do? Oh well. Seems like I'm missing frames everywhere. 3. I just jump a number. 4. 5. 6. 7. Okay, that's it. So that's it. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gaps. So an extra 7. So I don't know. Let's see what this looks like. It's probably about the speed that we want it. We probably don't want it any slower than that. I don't know if I love the way the edges look. Find it disorienting the way they just disappear, the like shadowed edges or highlighted edges. that really probably aren't in the right place, but like, shouldn't it be the opposite of what I've drawn here? Because this should be away from the light. I mean, I guess what I'm actually saying is that the light source seems to be coming from deeper into the scene and shining on it. Which, for a light source that's above, towards the middle of the room, is fine, actually. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And so we just need a closed animation now. So we can shorten this down to be 0.8. Although maybe it should be 1, just so that there's like a shunk, like it closes kind of sound at the end, like we had a sound at about here, about 8, where it locks, or 8 or 9 or something like that, where it's just like it opens and it's like shrink. I might also want to put something more at the beginning that's like an open, like something unlocks. Sorry if my weird microphone sound terrible. As I just think through this, let's add a little gap on each side, just some room to put some sounds, some weird little door opening and door closing sounds. There's a little bit of a delay. I think a little bit of a delay is good. Do that. Now we need its counterpart. We need close. We'll just do this backwards. I guess there's already a gap. Let's go back to open. Because this is the initial frame. So it starts closed. I mean, this should always be here. I guess this is... Yeah, so it's closed. There's like an opening sound here. It opens up, and then there's like a locking sound or something. Seems okay. Let's do the same thing here. This is maybe not the right approach, but that's what we're doing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Oh, wrong one. 0. Oops. No, I haven't saved this scene yet. Oh, oopsies. Oh, there's a door. I like that. It's a little choppy. I think it's those vertical moves that look a little weird. But again, I think at the size, at the scale that you'll actually see this, which is like zoomed way out, it looks fine. A little weird, I'm admitting, that the way the shadow... I'm going to say that they're like the edges of the doors. Like the doors are actual plates and you're seeing the edges of them come out when the door is fully closed. Which is why there's highlight and low light there. That's my story and I'm going to stick to it. Sorry, just checking some stuff. I tried actually posting that I was streaming today. Seems like maybe it's a little early. All the game devs I know work from like they work at night. They work at night. That doesn't really work for me. I'd much rather try to do my game dev like before my workday rather than out after. Why does the thumbnails generate so weirdly? Like the thumbnails it's using are all from the main scene, even though none of these other scenes are from the main scene. Super weird. Like, yeah, why is this the... I don't know. Super weird. Does it have to do like when I saved it? What if I resave it? Can't override a scene that's still open. Okay. Well, that's a conundrum. Well, let's get these doors in. Sorry, I'm like not being very efficient today. Let's add some doors. Oh, is that not how we do this? Oh no, we're not adding, we're instantiating scenes. I know how Godot works. Get this door. Okay, so first things first. Let's get the right Z index here. Oh boy. Let's get Y sorting enabled. Let's move this texture origin down to the right place. Which is somewhere. Do I need to go into the door? And yeah, probably change it here. Is it the offset? Fixtures drawing out? Nope. I want the origin here. I really don't know Godot very well. Frame coordinates? No. Is it the offset? It's not the offset. Yeah, because that's going to change where you draw. I want to change this pivot point. How do I do that? Not pivot point, but you know, the point at which they sort from. I want it to be at the bottom. Did I do something that makes that go away? Do I have to Y sort enable everybody? Yeah, I don't need to Y sort everybody, right? Everyone just kind of takes the Z as relative to the parent. Yeah, okay, that's good. It's the problem that this is an area. I thought this was a canvas item thing. I swear I've done this before. Like, I'm doing this on the crew member right now, right? Yeah, because you're... What is this? This thing. What is this little thing that's down here? How do I get it? No, not that. What is this thing and where does it live? Oh my god. Why can't I find this? Why do I feel like I'm going crazy? Is it a sprite characteristic? It is, right? Frame coordinates. No. Offset? Is it the offset? It is the offset. I'm an idiot. You move the offset, not the thing itself. Okay. Yes, that is true. Okay. We're learning. Figuring it out. There we go. That's what I want. That's maybe what I want. I might want it to be in this corner because of how this works. I maybe want it to be in like the corner. In which case it would be like... No, the other way. No, not exactly. Maybe I want it to be in the corner. Like this? Maybe I want it to be like this. Probably trim some of this off here. I don't really want to worry about that right now. It's just like a little bit of overdraw. So if this is our sort position, then we'll always sort this in front of someone passing through. This might be a little too far, but I think it's fine. Just gonna move you to be relative here. There we go. Okay, I think I've got it now. That might kind of mess with our understanding of where this is. Yeah, this might mess us up. This one too. This is too far. This is too far. We want it to be like this. We want it to be in the middle over here. So minus 12, minus 12, minus 12, minus 4, minus 0. Okay, this is probably correct. Let's try this. Sorry, I'm kind of thinking through this stuff live here. Because that way, when they're on this side of the line, they will render in front of the door. But as soon as they cross the threshold, they will render behind the door. Which, as long as the door is open, will be fine. There are maybe some edge cases. What we'll do is we're gonna have the character stop here in front of the door if the door is not open yet. If the door is, we gotta have some kind of lock mechanism. Maybe it's gonna be above the door. But I'd like it to be visual. I just don't know what to do. This is such a small space to draw some kind of visual locking mechanism, because I want the characters to be able to open the doors themselves sometimes. Maybe I don't, though. Yeah, you want to be able to lock or unlock the door. That's what FTL does. So if the door is unlocked, I want people to be able to just pass through it. At which point, so it takes us 1 2/3 seconds to get across this space. So if the door opening animation is short enough, we'll be fine. That might actually be the reason I need to shorten the door animation to something more reasonable, so that if we have to, we can open it quickly enough. All right, let's do this. There we go. We got our door. We got our interactive door. This is just a fake door. So we've got an interactive door here. We'll make another one of you. You, we will move over here. Okay, so we have our doors. Now we need to open them when someone gets close. So you are like... We'll just need a dictionary of doors, and we'll need each of the tiles that they are next to. We'll need each of the tiles that they are next to be in there. There's probably a smarter way of handling doors. In fact, I know there's a smarter way of handling doors. I just can't remember what it is right now. You know, I'm going to move these because we had these here to illustrate a specific problem that we were experiencing. But that problem has been solved, and so I want these to be... I also want them to be two different characters. So, time to probably... I've got to figure out how I'm going to do reskinning, about how I'm going to do like different texture stuff without having to redraw them all every time I change an animation. I gotta look at how that workflow works because I've never really done complex pixel art like that before, but we'll figure that out. I don't know why that happens. Whenever I click through the top, like my mouse is here at the top, clicks through to the screen behind it. I don't understand why. It doesn't do it everywhere though. Or every time. Very weird. Or full screen. I guess let's just proper full screen. Does that solve the... It does not do anything. Okay, good to know. Alright, so here's our problem. Well, first, let's make sure that our characters are now placed in the middle of tiles. I don't know if I did that right. No, they're currently placed... Oh, here's another thing that I noticed. So, we are doing this... We are snapping the selection highlight to wherever the character is. That's not correct. We want to snap the selection highlight to the tile the character is in. So I need to move each of these up by 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That reminded me of the problem. 3, 4. I love this little counter in the bottom left that tells me how much I've moved. Very helpful. Why do the characters start at this frame? It's like incorrect. Start here, I guess. Yeah. There you go. So let's look at that code here. It's in the input handler. Oh, there's a chill jazz radio station. We might listen to that tomorrow. I'm using Pretzel Rocks. I kind of like it. Kind of enjoying it so far. I hope you are as well. Apologies for various audio mixing failures that I've been guilty of the last week. We're almost done for today, unfortunately. I think I'll stream for another maybe 15, 20 minutes, and then I gotta get ready for work. It may be a federal holiday today, but I don't work for the government, so it's not a holiday for me. So highlight position, this is where we set highlight position. This is also where we set highlight position. So this is where we set highlight position to be wherever the mouse tile is. Here we are setting it to just wherever the potential selections position is. That is not what we want. We want it to be the tile map, local to map, potential. That's what we want. That should solve that. Doesn't seem to be working. So why does it think that that's where you are? You're clearly in the middle of another tile. Conundrum. Local to map. Oh, oops. I skipped a step. So it's not just the local to map. We then need to... This is so dumb. But this is how you get a tile. Could add like a function that just does this for me. I should be like... This is kind of dumb. I don't know of a better way to do that because we're taking a position that's arbitrary. I mean, I guess actually potential selection knows what tile it's in. Guess we'll just do that. Yeah, that actually sounds good. So we're gonna go by, we're just gonna actually map to local. The potential selection. Next tile. That's cleaner and gives us what we want, I think. Yeah. And if we're moving and we do this, yeah, it shows us where we're going next, actually. Kind of like that, because you can't actually change where our next tile is going to be. It's a little weird. It's a little janky. Maybe I want to show that anyway. I don't know. Yeah, because you can't actually, once someone is moving to the next tile, like once they're one tile away and moving into a next tile, they will not move, they will not change direction until they reach the center of that next tile. So they don't have weird offset. So what if I try to walk through this? That should just work, right? Yeah, okay, good. We are going to prevent that from happening in the pathfinding system. The real question is, do we want to be able to just click and open and close the doors? I guess let's not worry about lockable doors right now. Let's just make all doors unlockable, have the characters open and close them, open them themselves, and then have the doors close them sometime after. So it looks like we're making a door script. Don't really need this. Could be just empty, I think. We're gonna... We do need a ready function, though, I think. There could be an enter tree function, right? Enter tree. If this is how we're handling... I mean, we'll eventually need this. We could just have... I kind of like having the door register itself with its parent. Because that's what crew member is doing. Crew member is like... Wait, how are we setting the occupied? Maybe the tile map is doing this. Oh, it's going through all its children. Oh, well then let's do it this way. Is crew member the right word for these characters? I guess they're members of a crew. They don't ever exist separately. Then what do I want for this? Like internal door? Or just have them all be doors? Because we're going to have like probably external doors too, like... Like, you know, airlocks and stuff. Name, door. I think that's okay. At the moment, we weirdly don't need any code yet, but we will. We will. In which case, I guess this part is really just declaring our class. Not really doing anything with it yet. So for child and children, if crew member is child is crew member, if child is door. Hold the door. Call this track doors, I guess. Actually, I want to call it doorways. Just one word. Because recording the door twice. I guess it should be easy to figure out what tile. So we're going to need an offset. So we're going to need to know which... Ugh. We need to know which way the door is facing. Because the door that's facing this way... It's going to be different than a door facing the other way. It's like a door facing this way. It's going to be that time. And I don't think we're going to get through this in the next few minutes, but let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. Let's just name variables. Let's take it one variable at a time. That's what you got to do. Just name them till you got no more left to name. So what we're tracking here. So we need to know which way the door is facing. That would be easy to do with like a Boolean, which is I think what we want because we actually need to know whether we're flipping the door. So we only drew the door one way. So we want to know if we flipped the door or not. At the moment, let's not worry about it because our two doors both face the same direction. Doorways seems fine. So let's, if the child's a door, we want to add this to doorways. Doorways. So this is what we need to do. We need to know where it is. So we're gonna get variable door position. Is door child dot position. And then so we need to calculate the tile. So we need to apply an offset. That offset is 8. It's 8 and or minus 8. And it is plus or minus 2. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So doorways, we're gonna add tile. Oh, are we the tile map? We are. Okay, so we're gonna go local to map. Door position plus minus 8 plus 2. Ways, not door worries. That should give us our doors. And on arrived at next tile is really doing all the work here. Because this is, I think, where we're going to be checking if there is a door. Oh, so we need to know... Oops. Sorry for that. That probably sounded really bad. Like, just banged my microphone. Okay, so we need to know whether the door is open or closed. We need to know if we're gonna flip the door. These export variables, I guess they are. How do I do an export variable like this? Unit type initializer. Bool. This sucks because actually no, we're not setting that as an export variable. That is literally just whether the flip is just whether or not the sprite 2D is flipped. I guess actually what we want is variable flip. And then similarly, variable open is just... So these are onReady variables, huh? Because we're going to read our state and then set them. We're going to look at our state and set these. What I do? No. Okay. flip is already. Oh, I've been shown how to do this. I know how to do this. Oops, drag it, control, got it. Flip is sprite 2D dot flip H. Open is sprite 2D dot frame. Frame is 0. Or no. Closed would be frame is 0. Frame is 7. Right? Because we start closed. I don't know if I love that. I might reverse our animation. It's so arbitrary. This is fine. 7 is fine. 7 or 0, who cares? Who cares? Having the door start open, though, makes some sense. Oh, we have been streaming for 2 hours. It is after 9:30 PST. I think I actually have to pause it here, unfortunately. Have a co-working session tonight. We'll see. I'm gonna try to work on maybe those high five animations, or maybe I'll work on getting this door fixed. I'm trying not to do a lot off of stream, but I only stream for 2 hours a morning, 5 days a week. It's only 10 hours. That's like not enough hours, so I am sorry if you tune in next time and like I did some stuff and you were like, oh man, I wanted to see how that worked, which I don't know why you would, because I usually am just staring at documentation or at a bug and banging my head against the wall, which I don't think is very fun to watch. Maybe it is. So I'm gonna keep working on this tonight with the Bad Collective, the Bay Area Developer Collective. We have a productivity night on Mondays. It's pretty great. Anyway, this has been episode 5. I appreciate you for tuning in, checking it out. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. Give me a follow on Twitch. Anyway, I appreciate you. Appreciate your time. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. 7:30 a.m. PST to 9:30 a.m. PST. That is when I'm trying to stream. Trying to keep it up. Trying to build that habit. Develop that streamer muscle. Anyway, we'll go full screen for this. I really appreciate your support. And thank you. I hope you have a great day. Whether you're at the beginning or the end of your day. And yeah. Take it easy. See you next time. Bye. No, I'm not going to be right back.